everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into another exciting what-if scenario from the Descendants universe. What if the barrier around the Isle of the Lost was never opened? What if Mal made the decision to keep it closed? How would this change the lives of everyone in Auradon and on the Isle? Let's get into it. In Descendants 3, Mal faces a huge decision, whether to open the barrier around the Isle of the Lost for good. But what if she decided not to? If Mal chose to keep the barrier closed, she'd be pleasing the people of Auradon who are afraid of the villains and want to keep them locked away. But this decision would also mean committing a selfish act against the people of the Isle, especially the kids who, like her, deserve a second chance at a better life. Mal knows firsthand how tough life on the Isle can be. By keeping the barrier closed, she'd be denying others the same opportunity she had, to leave the Isle, come to Auradon, and prove that they can be good. It would be a decision driven by fear and self-preservation, but it would also be one that goes against everything she's learned about fairness and second chances. Evie, Jay, and Carlos would be devastated by Mal's decision. They've all grown to love their new lives in Auradon, but they haven't forgotten where they came from. They know there are other kids on the Isle who deserve a chance to leave, just like they did. Mal's choice would cause a huge rift between her and her friends, who would feel betrayed that she chose to side with Auradon's fears rather than fight for the people who are still trapped on the Isle. Uma, who has always been a fierce advocate for the kids on the Isle, would be furious. She helped Mal defeat Audrey and saved Auradon from destruction, believing that Mal would finally open the barrier and give everyone a chance to live freely. But if Mal backed out of that promise, Uma would regret ever helping her. She might even consider leading a new rebellion against Mal and Auradon, feeling that Mal has become just as bad as the leaders who kept the villains and their kids imprisoned for so long. While many in Auradon would be relieved by Mal's decision, others would start to question her leadership. After all, Mal's whole journey has been about proving that people can change, and that everyone deserves a second chance. By keeping the barrier closed, she would be going against her own beliefs, and some might see her as a hypocrite. Ben, in particular, would struggle with this decision, as he's always been a champion for fairness and equality. On the Isle of the Lost, life would continue as it always has, hard, unfair, and full of despair. The villains and their children would lose hope of ever escaping, and the cycle of hatred and anger would continue. The barrier staying closed would mean that the Isle's residents would never get to experience the possibilities of a better life, and the divide between Auradon and the Isle would grow even deeper. Over time, Mal might start to regret her decision. She'd see the impact it has on her friends, on the people of the Isle, and on Auradon itself. The weight of knowing that she denied so many people the chance for a better life would weigh heavily on her, and it might even change the way she sees herself. So, in this what-if scenario, if Mal decided to keep the barrier around the Isle of the Lost closed, it would lead to a lot of heartbreak, regret, and division. While she might be trying to protect Auradon, she'd be doing so at the cost of denying others the same chance she had to change. It's a tough decision, and one that would definitely change the course of the Descendants story. What do you guys think? Would you have liked to see this version of the story, or do you think Mal made the right choice by opening the barrier? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Descendants content. See you next time!